Hello, ChatGPT.
Hey there. Great to have you here. What can I help you with today?
Hmm, I read an article.
Ah, awesome. What's the article about? If you want to discuss it or need a summary, I'd love to hear what stood out to you.
It was about the secret to building lasting habits.
Ooh, that sounds really interesting. What kind of insights did it offer? Like, was it focusing on small steps, mindset shifts, or maybe a framework for staying consistent?
First of all, I'd like to know what it means by lasting habits.
Ah, great place to start. So, lasting habits are basically routines or behaviors that stick with you over time. They become part of your lifestyle. So, even when motivation fades, those habits are just second nature. So, I'm curious, did the article give any practical steps on how to create them?
Do you want to build a habit in your life right now?
Yeah, actually, I do. I've been thinking about getting into a daily reading habit. I feel like that would be a really grounding way to start or end my day. What about you? Is there a habit you've been thinking about building?
Yeah, I'm thinking, but before that, mm, if I say I want to build a habit to exercise daily,
Ah, that's a really good one. I think a lot of people struggle with that, so it's super relatable. Did the article mention anything about starting small, like maybe just a 10-minute walk or a stretch every day? I think that kind of gradual approach can make it easier to stick with it.
uh, then how habits actually form?
Ah, good question. So habits form through a cycle. You have a cue or a trigger, then the behavior itself, and finally the reward. Over time, that loop gets reinforced, so the habit feels automatic. The article probably mentioned how keeping it simple, being consistent, and celebrating small wins can really help that cycle take hold.
You want to say that not being consistent might be the reason why most habits fail.
Exactly. Consistency is really the key. I mean, even if you're not perfect every day, it's those small, regular actions that build up. When people skip days too often, it kind of breaks that chain, and then it's harder to get back on track. So, a little patience and just showing up, even on off days, makes a huge difference.
It means that we must continue our effort, even these are off days.
Exactly. Those off days don't define you. It's all about getting back on track as soon as you can. So, if you miss a day, it's okay. Just keep going, and over time, that consistency will build those lasting habits.
Um, can you let me know the real secret? What works long term?
Ah, yeah. So the real secret tends to be making it something you enjoy or connect to a bigger purpose. When a habit ties into your values or gives you a sense of progress, it sticks. So finding that personal meaning or a fun twist on it is usually what keeps people going long term.
Then how to make it lasting?
Yeah, so to make it last, you can tie it to a bigger why, like remind yourself why it matters. Also, keep it super realistic. Start tiny so it's easy to do. Track your progress, celebrate those small wins, and if you slip up, don't beat yourself up. Just keep going. That's usually what turns it into a lasting change.
What I understood up till now is that missing once is normal, but missing twice is breaking the rule.
Exactly. That's a really great way to think about it. One off day doesn't derail you, but if you let it become a pattern, that's when it's harder to get back. So just stay mindful and keep that momentum going.
Right. Let me connect myself. Can you help me in building a new habit right now?
Of course, I'd love to help. So, what kind of habit are you thinking about? Something health related, a skill you want to build, or maybe a productivity habit? Once I know, we can break it down step by step and set up a simple plan.
If I want, there are so many things I want to adopt.
Ah, totally get that. It can be overwhelming when you have lots of things in mind. Maybe we can narrow it down to just one or two to focus on first. What's the habit you feel might have the biggest impact on
Can
your
we
day to
go
day life
one
right
by
now?
one?
Absolutely. One at a time is a great approach. We can pick the first habit you want to tackle, break it into small steps, and just build from there. What's one habit you like to start with first?
Okay, I'll choose doing exercise.
Great choice. Let's keep it simple to start. How about we decide on a small daily goal, like 10 minutes of movement, and pick a time that fits your schedule? Then we'll track it and build up from there. Does that sound doable?
Can you explain it in detail?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first, choose a consistent time each day, like morning or evening, so it's easier to build a routine. Then start with just 10 minutes. This could be a brisk walk, some body weight exercises, or even a short YouTube workout. After you do it, jot it down or mark it on the calendar so you see your progress. Once that feels easy, you can gradually extend the time or add variety. And just keep it fun and flexible.
Don't you think it's very difficult?
Yeah, it can feel tough at first, especially if you're building momentum, but that's why starting super small is key. The first few days are just about showing up, not being perfect. Once you get that first week under your belt, it gets easier and you'll start to feel how good it is to keep going.
If I want to change and
Yeah,
make it a
definitely.
habit, then is it compulsory that I have the motivation to do it?
That's a great point. Once a habit is really formed, it kind of runs on autopilot. So, no, you don't need constant motivation. You just do it because it's become part of your routine. The key is setting that foundation. And once it clicks, it's easier even on days when you don't feel super motivated.
Is motivation enough for being regular?
Motivation is really helpful in the beginning, but it's not always reliable long term. What really keeps you regular is having a simple routine, clear goals, and that built in reward. So you do it even on days when motivation dips. In short, motivation gets you started, but habit and consistency keep you going.
What you want to say is that consistency is more important than motivation.
Exactly. Consistency is really the secret sauce. Motivation might spark the start, but it's those small, regular actions day in, day out that actually build long lasting habits. So once you show up consistently, that's when it really sticks.
If I say I'm not motivated to bring this change, then can I do it?
Absolutely. And you don't have to rely on motivation alone. Think of it like a commitment or just a small, non negotiable daily promise to yourself. Even if you don't feel like it, doing just a tiny step like a 5-minute stretch keeps the momentum going. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes, even without that initial spark.
If I want to do it in the morning, which is very difficult for me, how can I do it?
Yeah, I get that. Mornings can be really tough. One trick is to lay out your workout clothes the night before so it's easy to just jump in them. And maybe start with something super short, like 5 minutes, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. And once you get that first week done, it might get a bit easier.
How will it be the lasting habit?
Yeah, it really can. Once you push through that initial discomfort and make it a routine, it starts feeling easier. The key is just being patient, staying consistent, and keeping those small wins in sight. And before you know it, it'll just be part of your day.
What type of exercises should I do at the start?
Good question. I'd say keep it balanced. Maybe start with some light cardio like brisk walking or jogging in place. Then add in some body weight moves. Think squats, lunges, push ups, or planks, just to get your body used to regular movement. And once you feel comfortable, you can add variety.
Okay. Is there any YouTube video through which I can help? I can have help.
I found a great beginner friendly morning workout video on YouTube. It's a 10-minute routine with no equipment and no repeats, making it perfect for daily consistency. It combines strength and mobility, is easy for any fitness level, and only takes 10 minutes. So it's ideal if you're just starting out. You can keep it simple, and once you build the habit, you can gradually extend your routine.
Oh, it's a great help by you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad it helps. If you ever need more tips or just want to check in on your progress, I'm here for you. Good luck and enjoy those morning sessions.
Thank you so much. I'll try my best to change my habit.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad you're feeling ready to take that step. Just be patient with yourself and remember every little bit counts. You got this.
Just wait for another call. I'll come again.
Of course. Take your time, and whenever you're ready, just hop back in. I'll be here to help with anything else you need.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
You're welcome. Take care of yourself too, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.